Alright, today I'm going to show you another breaking shot called the turnover. Some people call this the Johnny Blocker, I believe. I just call it the turnover. So just like the Del Viento, this is a breaking shot. So it's meant to kind of sneak down onto an animal and be used, away from the flight zone. And so once again, like the Del Viento and other breaking shots, you can shoot it from a lot of different places. Some of that will depend on your comfortability of swinging. But often I will throw this from the right side. So I'll just show you that first. And then we can come over here and show you a couple different ways to manipulate it maybe on this side. So once again, over here, if you can get the high percentage normal headshot, do it. But if you don't want to engage the flight zone, this is when you could use this one. So just like every breaking shot, we're going to have a bigger loop than normal, and it'll be broken down into three aspects. So your setup, which will change, your swing, and then your delivery. So this is once again a loop where you split it. So you split the loop and you hold the spoke, different than a normal headshot. That's going to be something that you'll have to get used to. In all shots like this, you can, to help yourself, stick your pinky in there. I find for me, I don't do as well when I do that, but that's something that can help you kind of distinguish splitting the loop. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this shot up first. So number one is the setup, just like I am here, the backwards 45, maybe further back, trying to not engage the flight zone. Then I'm going to do the swing, and then the delivery. So setup is, like I said, 45. Then I'm gonna start my swing. Usually I just start a nice sidearm. This is one you can swing for a while if you're in a branding pin and not get tired. But what I wanna do is evolve this into a very vertical swing, where the top of my swing is really high. What that will do is make sure that this loop is staying vertical behind me, and it kind of supercharges your bottom strand to want to continue to do that. So when I split this loop, it's going to turn over in the air counterclockwise. So the Del Viento goes clockwise, and the turnover is going to go counterclockwise. And that, setting up different shots, you can decide, what's best. So I'm going to start with my setup, now my swing. I know it's a good time to deliver when I have a good vertical swing. And I'm going to let go of this loop when I am at the apex of this swing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it so you can see it. Okay, so I'm swinging, and I'm going to deliver and let it come down. Now, you can put quicker action, different things to this loop depending on how you throw it, how you snap it down. But a few key points that I want to point out are these. So number one, it's still splitting the loop. So you need to not just let go of it, because it will just fly up in the air. And when you do split the loop, you need to make sure to continue to bring your hand to the target. Just like every loop, at the end of every loop, you need to be facing your target with your hand, okay? So I'm gonna start my swing again, get it very vertical. I'm gonna let go at the very top, just the bottom strand. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. And you see it flop over, okay? Now there's some timing and stuff. Over the course of you learning this, you'll learn that timing, maybe more so than others. What I have found that's helped me is make sure that the contrast between the delivery, or the swing, excuse me, and the delivery is pretty stark, okay? Very vertical. When I turn it over, go really slow, okay? So I'm gonna do it one more time just so you can see it. Okay, so I'm starting right here. And when I'm ready, I'm gonna let go, snap it down, and you can see that come back on the animal. So I'm gonna show you on the other side why it might make sense to do that, okay? When you're doing these breaking shots, you gotta remember what way this is breaking to. So if you have an animal that you think is going to either back away from it, this would be a good one because it kind of comes back to them. If you have an animal going left to right, this is a good time to do it. I have a couple drills that I can show later in other videos where I decide, based on my swing, what shot I'm going to take. And in a branding pin, you don't need to have a million shots in your head, or outside doctoring, you don't. So definitely don't overthink it. But here's another time. So this one, same idea, other side. So I might already be swinging. I think to myself, this calf might back up, so this would be a good time to throw this. Okay, just like that. Now you'll see in this video that I explain that when I let go, I'm at the apex of my swing, and if I want more breakover, I'll actually turn it over right before I go up. So it's not at the top, it's kind of right in between. When you start at the top, because if you try to put too much action on this turnover, it will spin over too fast. I'll try to do that pretty quick, where you just do this. Okay, now I got lucky because that loop was really big, but you'll probably overwork it. If you spin this properly, it's going to work over the way it's supposed to. So that's the turnover. It's a great loop to learn. Once again, steer clear of those if you're still not doing well on your higher percentage shots. But when you have animals that you're trying to get roped and you don't want to run them, these breaking shots are really good. So if you like this video and want to see more videos just like this, please like this video and subscribe to the Startup Cowboy channel.